Yo, after seeing various videos on YouTube of great cities being built in City Skylines, since it was revealed the game was coming to consoles, this game has certainly been on my radar. The game on the Xbox One has been out for over 9 months now, and the PlayStation 4 version probably around the 6 months mark since it was released, and I've only managed to actually grab the game over a month ago, but since finally grabbing the game didn't meet my personal expectations. Well, let's take a look at 5 things I absolutely hate about the game.
Number 1.
Yo, City Skylines on the console does do a decent enough job at providing tips and hints at various points in the game to either get you started or help when things are not exactly going your way, whether with the use of the little Twitter bird that appears from time to time or even various in-game instructional prompts. But I did find it strange that there isn't actually an official in-game tutorial. Most things that I was uncertain about, I had to definitely go online to look it up, as I might not understand a specific icon or warning sign that may appear in the game, which ends up slowing down the playing time. I understand that there is so much depth within this game that a tutorial covering every single aspect of the game might maybe become boring to some, or maybe difficult for even the developers to implement into the game. But if you are new to these type of games, it does feel as if you're thrown into the deep end to figure things out. Obviously you can still play the game without the need of a tutorial for the game, but I personally have had to start again like 20 times after figuring something out after maybe about 4 to 5 hours of game time, that if I knew from the start of the game would have certainly saved me so much time.
Number 2.
Now maybe I'm looking in the wrong place and someone in the comment section will probably prove me wrong, but from my experience with City Skylines, there's been multiple times I've either placed the wrong length of road down, even placed the road over a few houses which have resulted in them being removed, or a slip of the thumb has kind of maybe purchased the wrong building and thought, oh crap. And after all of that, I just found that there was no quick way to either revert back to the settings or undo my action. Now I know that you can obviously demolish things in the game and get some of your money back, and that's all great, and you can obviously revert back that way if you do make a mistake, but I find sometimes it is a little annoying that if you do get a little bit trigger happy or accidentally place a road or even the wrong bus lane down, there is no quick undo to simply just go back quickly. Now keeping it real, this issue is more of me just personally nitpicking at the game rather than anything major that will destroy the overall experience from the game, so this by no means is a deal breaker. And as I said, maybe I'm possibly looking in the wrong menu, or maybe it's just me being a little bit clumsy with the control pad from time to time and not concentrating, but from my personal experience it is quite annoying, as sometimes a slip of the thumb has caused me a little bit of inconvenience.
Number 3.
Yo, between each milestone you will find that there are a few periods in the game where you are kind of doing nothing and just twiddling your thumbs, sitting there waiting for either your population to grow or just waiting for your money to go up so you can afford new buildings or road extensions. And therefore you might not need to do anything in the game until you're required to either fix something or create something new. Whilst this is therapeutic at times, listening to the relaxing in-game music, there has been times where I've kind of been idle in the game for a couple of weeks of in-game time, pretty much just looking at the screen. Maybe my city isn't big enough for me to be completely occupied throughout the game because I do only have 7,000 citizens, but during my current experience, this is something that kind of does happen quite often.
Number 4.
As I mentioned at the start of the video, City Skylines on the console has been out for close to 9 months, especially on the Xbox One anyway, and I'm personally shocked that there isn't much DLC available considering that there is a £30 season pass. Now don't get it twisted, to me this game probably doesn't really need DLC as there is so much to do within the game, but when I saw the season pass I was under the impression that there was loads of DLC, especially after seeing quite a few packs available for the PC version such as cosmetic packs, music packs, packs and the other expansions available. Now, diehard fans will argue it does take some time to port things over from the PC to console, and whilst they're probably right, it just made me think that close to 9 months since its release, we should kind of see more than just the Snowfall pack.
Number 5.
Now, I do like the aspect of seeing your city at night with the street lights lit, as it does add to the atmosphere of the game, but what confuses me is that nighttime sometimes lasts for a week or so in-game, and then you're in daytime, which can also go on for a further couple of weeks. I understand that the game isn't minute by minute in real time, and a day can last for a few seconds, especially if you speed the time up like how I do in the Xbox version of the game, but there is times when I do ask myself, when is daytime or nighttime coming? Simply because sometimes at nighttime it is kind of hard to see when making a few little tweaks or changes to your street, so I do crave for a bit of daylight, and when it is daytime sometimes you do want to feel that little cozy nighttime feeling, especially that you get in game. But with it being so random, it kind of does lose a little bit of the realism for me personally, but nonetheless this is still a great feature for the game, and the transition between night and day does add a great overall experience and feeling to the game.
Final verdict.
Yo, like all of the 5 things I hate videos that I aim to do, the main purpose is just to highlight things that I find as a personal gripes rather than trying to put you off the game, and therefore I will say that City Skylines on the console is a phenomenal game. I personally was shocked at to how much detail is embedded into this game, and even shocked at how addicted I became. You literally will be wanting to reach each and every milestone in the game, and then definitely have that sense of achievement when your city begins to grow, and it definitely does feel great. Whilst the graphics isn't groundbreaking and the lack of tutorials will make it a steep learning curve, especially for newbies, but I do feel if you're into city builders, then this is definitely a must-own game. I personally own the game on the Xbox One and haven't come across any major bugs as of yet that has either ruined my experience or kind of put me off the game, none of the sort, but yet again my population is only over 7,000, so maybe when I do reach the 50,000 mark, who knows, I probably will encounter maybe more problems or stuff along the way, but for the time being I'm pretty satisfied with this game. Anyway peeps, thanks for taking the time out. Hope you enjoyed my take on City Skylines for the console. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below if you've had the opportunity to play this game on the console, and what do you think of it? What has kind of annoyed you? What do you love about the game? And we can definitely have that chat in the comment section. Do hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so before, and until next urban gameplay video, we definitely say peace out peeps.
Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more cool urban gameplay videos.